Harry and Paul. Thanks, Doreen. Doreen, you're hanging in there pretty good, girl. Hanging in there pretty good. So thank you. Thank you for sitting in. I had to make me a protein shake with a little collagen and mangoes and chia, some almond extract, and hemp protein. So, it's pretty damn good. Thick, like a milkshake. I don't um I don't add any sweeteners to things. I don't know why. I just don't like very sweet things. I eat cake and pie, don't get me wrong, cupcakes. But I don't tend to add like sugar to coffee or sugar to tea or sweeteners. I don't do any of that. First of all, I don't like sweeteners. They just taste fake. And I don't do a lot of sugar either. So like if it's already in something, fine, but I'm not adding it. So mm. And that Shaka Khan riff was nice. I appreciated that. I love Shaka Khan. Uh, hmm. So you know what this needs? It needs a banana. This mango needs a banana with it. Hmm. It needs a little banana. And you could, you know what? The problem with being like, single and buying bananas is that you're not going to eat all those bananas. So I saw some frozen ones. I was like, you know what, that might work. I have taken to buying frozen vegetables because I would just be putting like I have salad in my fridge right now that I bought at the beginning of this week. I've only had a salad one time. And I need to get this salad eaten or it's gonna go bad. So when I come home today, I'll make a salad for lunch when I come from the gym. I'll boil some eggs and I'll make a salad. I've got tuna and and I'll make a salad. That'll be what I'll eat. And I won't eat anything else probably the rest of this day. I try to eat twice a day, not because I'm starving myself. God knows I'm never going to do that again. But I feel very full. And, when you're on this Ozempic, it makes you feel like you don't want to eat, not in a bad way, like not like, like no, just like if I eat something like, oh, okay, I feel pretty full. So, uh, yes. Shut your mouth. Hmm. I guess I should be talking. Anyway. Mm. What I want to finish up with on a Friday. So much is going on in the crazy, crazy world. Um, don't forget to get over to Best Video this weekend, Sunday, showing a they're doing a retrospective of Spike Lee. So they're just showing some films. So, so if you have time, that might be a nice way to spend your time on a Sunday. I might do it. We'll see how I feel. We'll see how we feel. Absolutely. So, yeah. So I didn't watch any of in the whatever that was last night, the press conference, but I'm 10 toes deep with Biden, so I'm not worried about it. And white folks, y'all could be caught up with George Clooney and his mess if you want to. Who the hell is George Clooney? I said this yesterday. George Clooney, who? Who? You mean the actor? What does he do? Who made Casamigos and sold it for $1 trillion? The worst tequila on the market, but people like it because it's got all kinds of chemicals. I bought into it too. I liked it. I was like, this is damn good tequila. Then I found out all the additives. I was like, what are you trying to kill me? So anyway, you talk about the epitome of white privilege. All right. George Clooney speaks for who? The Democrats? You know, I'm just like, I don't understand this. I'm like, I'm with Joy Reid. Who? What office does he hold? Has he been the governor of California? What? I think you've been hanging around your wife a lot because she's actually a person that has done stuff on the international level or terms of human rights. And what have you done? Married her. But that don't give you the opportunity. And listen, I think everybody has a right to say whatever. But the problem I have with George Clooney is that because he's George Clooney, he gets his stuff printed in the paper. I don't get my stuff printed in the paper. I mean, I could, but you know what I'm saying. He ain't the everyday average bear. He's not the everyday average bear by any stretch of any imagination, you know. And I think everybody has a right to speak up and to speak out about the government. We all here, we all voters. That's fine. I don't got no problem with it. What I have a problem with is that you take a point of privilege and nobody else could take. And you don't got a history of unless I could be wrong. Maybe you got a history of doing civil rights work or doing community organizing work or but as far as I know, you got a history of being an actor and making a lot of money. So I'm just trying to, and I like your films and you are good looking, but that doesn't mean I want your opinion on everything. But I'll listen to your opinion, but you're wrong in this case. So I don't know why you just had a fundraiser for Biden. And then you're gonna talk about, oh, see, it's this kind of turncoat. See, because if I had a party for Biden and raise money, I would never come out the next week and say, but I did notice something, blah, blah, blah. I would talk to his people and say, listen, how can we protect this? how could we make sure we minimize whatever we need to minimize? See, that's called team playing, right? Not hiding. We're not hiding nothing. We're just gonna downplay something, build something else up to make sure that the Republic is saved. I don't understand why he didn't do that. What do you gain by doing this? Republicans never do this. You never see it in their playbook. They don't care how egregious one of them are, they right behind them. They don't care. Oh, they know something about, listen, we got one agenda. Democrats, not so much. I think George Clooney should go and call Robert De Niro and have a powwow. And then I hope Robert De Niro jumps up and punches him in the face. But that's movies. That's what needs to happen. Robert De Niro should show up at George Clooney's house in Italy and knock on the door and say, "What?" and then punch him in the face. And don't you ever say that mess again. And then get on a plane and come back to Tribeca. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. So, hmm. So I'm just saying. But this is what they don't talk about. They don't concern themselves with black folks and the black folks voting. They don't. And time and time and time again, we show up in mass and change the tides. We do have done it. And they don't seem to understand that. Uh, even though we showed up in mass for Hillary Clinton, um, we underestimated Trump's appeal to people that we don't concern ourselves with. Poor people, poor white people, you know, uh, and misguided white youth and uneducated white folks. You know, no one planned for that. They were even surprised by that, I think. You know, they were surprised by that. Uh, so it's a little disconcerting, I must say. Um, because we'd be in a very different place right now if she was president, you know. And to all the people who were, had something to say about uh Kamala talking to Raji on the phone, the way that they were talking. And it is stunning to me because white folks just don't know us. They don't know how we talk to each other. They don't know how we mix it up. And so they just thought she was just this what kills me with white people when they don't know black people. They thought she was just acting and panning around, talking that black homegirl way. And I'm thinking to myself, they don't know this woman not one bit. She's in a whole black ass sorority. She went to a whole black ass HBCU. They know nothing about her. They don't know how she rocks off these. And I'm just sitting here looking at them like they really think they just don't know her. Oh, that's so whatever. How do you know? You ain't spent no time with black people either. You don't know how we get when we get with our sister friends, our sister girls, and how we talk when we talk to each other. She gave you a taste of that, and y'all didn't believe it. Y'all like, oh, that could, oh, no way. She's just playing and, you know, panning. And I'm thinking, y'all don't know black women not near bit. Y'all don't know how we get down when we get behind closed doors and talk about y'all. You don't even know. Y'all think we just show up and we just regurgitate your language because we can command it. When we with our sisters, we it's a different vibe. And her talking to Taraji is a different vibe. And then they were like, oh, she using Kendrick Lamar. They not like us. Oh, that's just she just. I'm thinking to myself, y'all don't know us at all. You don't know us. White people think they know us. They don't know a damn thing about us. When we get with our sister girls and we get the doors are shut and we amongst ourselves, it's a whole different vibe and a whole different conversation and a whole different use of language that y'all don't know anything about. You don't know anything about it. That's what's and that to me is the most telling thing. The most telling thing when I see they're reviewing, of her on the phone with Taraji, thinking y'all don't know black women not near a bit. You don't know nothing about us. You ain't got no black friends. And if there was black people reporting on it, they know what time it was. And if they was saying the same thing as their little white reporter friends, they was only doing that because they trying to show that you know what they could be objective and they don't know nothing about it either. But when they come out them spaces, who they talking to? Who they talking with? They're talking with their boys and their girls, and it's a different kind of conversation. I'm here to tell you, and I'm not giving up secrets. I'm just telling you. White America don't know shit about black people. Nothing. Sorry, I know the FCC is frowning on me right now. They don't know a damn thing about black people. Nothing. How we talk, our custom, nothing. They just make assumptions, unfounded assumptions, rooted in nothing other than their limited imagination of who we are and what we like and what we do. They don't even know. When she get with her sorors and how that all plays out. You don't even know. You have no idea. It kills me because I give because it's a different kind of vibe. When I'm with my sisters, it's a different vibe. When I'm with white women, it's a different vibe. Now there's some white women that I could rock with and I could show up my authentic self and they don't get all squirmish and crazy. There's only a handful of them. I can tell you who they are. But for the most part, a lot of them, nope. Nope. You got your white girlfriends who are friends and you rock with them, but they not in the circle. They just not. Cause they just not in the circle. Then you got your white girlfriends who are in the circle because they about it, because they've seen a thing or two, because they've been down, because they don't judge, because they're not fascinated like that, you know. And I see when I hear white women say, "Go girl." Drives me nuts. Not too much nuts, but I get it. They just trying to be down. I get it. They just not down enough. It's not you don't say that to your girlfriends. Why are you saying it to me? I know you're just trying to feel like, you want me to think that you have some, affinity for me. I get it. 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 I'm just saying. So yeah, so just, knock it off. Knock it off. It's too much. So, so yeah. Go ahead, Kamala Harris. You're a badass. Badass. They don't even know. They have no idea. You in a whole black ass sorority. You came from a whole black ass college, university. If y'all don't cut it out, and they just don't know. They just don't know. They just don't know. So, I just I just, we sit back and we endure and we just like, all right, here they go. Here they go. Here they come. You know, I'm like, kidding me? All right. So, anyway, we'll just leave it at that. High five. They not like us. They not like us. You know. I hope Kendrick Lamar made a killing off of that. I see t-shirts and all this other kind of stuff. Now everybody using it in you know, using it in everyday language. That's how you know you command pop culture. That really is a good example of how you command pop culture. And you take something, and that's how things cross over. And I know white folks are like, I don't understand any of this. No, you wouldn't. Some of you do. Some of you are very close to the culture and you get it and you understand it, you follow along, and it's like you get it. The others, not so much. The majority of you, not so much. That's all right. That's all right. It's gonna take you a minute. It took me a minute too. I had to go and read the notes on it. There was a professor online who broke it all down. I was like, oh yeah, now I get it. And I'm not kidding you. There was some kind of professor who broke it down. I want to say, a well-known professor who broke it down. I was like, all right, I feel this. Gave you the historical references, gave you the pop culture references, everything, dissected the video. I was like, oh, I see, I see. Now the young people who are close to it, they know, they get it. I'm not a young people, so you gotta like show it to me a little bit. And so when I hear it now, like, oh, I get it. I see all the references. I get it. Wow, that's pretty cool, right? So I'm like, all right, I see Kendrick Lamar. I was watching a Kendrick Lamar piece with Prince. Prince brought him on stage when Prince was doing his Third Eye Girl moment, when he was doing that highbrow, cerebral, intellectual, music, which was badass. So Kendrick Lamar came up and did a whole rap to something to one of his songs. I think Third Eye Girl, something. I think that was the name of the band, Third Eye Girl, whatever. But it was mesmerizing. It was quite mesmerizing. It was. It was mesmerizing. And I get why I think he's a MacArthur genius or a Pulitzer Prize winner or something. I get it. I get why he is because he thinks about things a little differently, deeply. And I find that quite interesting. He's 37 years old and he thinks about things so differently. And I think, Drake has nothing intellectually to come back to with this. And I'm sure he's got some folks trying to write something or work on something. I get it, whatever. But, and it might be saucy or sassy, but this thing has taken on its own life. And honestly, this is what you want a rap beef to be like. Imagine if Biggie and Tupac lived where they could actually battle one another and not have it come to violence. If violence hadn't played a part in some of these rap artists' lives, this would have been they would have had epic rap battles and we all could have enjoyed and benefited from, not violence. That's why I don't, and Kendrick Lamar is not even talking about violence, but this is so good because it's an honest to God diss song, record, rap, and it's good. As long as people don't get out their bag and retaliate in some kind of way that makes it dangerous, you know, but this is how we show young people how you can, have directed discourse and no one has to walk away with bullet holes in them or not walk away, you know. I mean, I think it's great, you know. And I'm just reading this piece on that was out July 10th from USA Today. Restaurants in LA, Toronto get business boosts from Drake and Kendrick Lamar spat. So the ongoing beef between rap titans Kendrick Lamar and Drake has been one of the hottest topics in music in 2024. From back-to-back diss tracks, music videos, and a concert that united the West Coast on Juneteenth, which was epic. And I don't even care too much for West Coast rappers, but that was pretty damn epic. And the feud produced content that will be remembered in hip hop history, and it will. Amidst fans arguing about who won the battle, the real champions in the spat are the local businesses thriving thanks to getting a nod from Kendrick or Drake. Here are the restaurants that uh, capitulated amid the beef. Catapulted, sorry, catapulted. See, it's phonics. Catapulted amid the beef. Kendrick Lamar and Drake beef. Let's see. Tam's Burgers in Compton, California. All right. It's in the Not Like Us music video, which has 41 million views at the time. Kendrick Lamar and DJ Mustard, who produced the record, pulled up in front of Tam's Burgers. At one point, the duo was seen eating a meal and sitting inside the restaurant with a woman dancing beside them. Ha! Tam's Burgers has been around since the early 70s and is known for its chili cheese fries, which Kendrick recommended in a 2012 interview. The owner, Spiro Vovos, told US Today that the bacon cheeseburger and breakfast burrito are also staple items on the menu. Go ahead, tell your menu. And several reports claim that Tam's Burgers has seen a 30 to 40% boost in sales. I hope they would. Vovos clarified that there has been more of a surge in foot traffic and that more social media content creators are visiting the restaurant. Good. And so we have a lot more people coming around the area and checking out the property and making their dues to Compton and our restaurant, Vovos said. We have an influx of sales at the beginning of the first week when Kendrick was there. And he said he was grateful that the Pulitzer Prize, oh, he won a Pulitzer, that's what it was. Artists introduced Tam's Burger to a global audience. So now when people come to LA, you know where they want to go. They want to hop down to Compton and go to Tam's, which is nice. Now let's keep that going, you know? So it's so they feel like it's very surreal. Yeah, all right. Keep at it. Keep at it. So in the Drake camp, New Ho King in Toronto, Ontario, Toronto, Ontario. Uh, Kendrick's surgical diss track Euphoria, released in April as a response to Drake's Push Ups and Taylor made Freestyle, the lyrical architect rapped in a Toronto accent. So anyway, New Ho King is a late night Chinese joint open until 4:30 a.m. on some days in Toronto, notably where Drake is from. And so the Canadian rapper also featured the restaurant in the Family Matters music video, his comeback to Lamar. So, okay. So all these little restaurants are going to get some of this shine, which is really nice. So, yay. So, listen, that's how these rap beefs should go, I think. Yeah. Um, so that's good. I like it. So this is how a rap beef should go, not with guns and not pulling up and shooting each other. For me, it's worth everything as far as I'm concerned. For me, for me, it's worth everything. So I think this is a good idea, and I hope people, as long as it doesn't come to violence, and I have no reason to think that it would. So I'm not even putting it out there. Uh, I love it. At some point, somebody else will take it up, and get into it. But I thought this was good, you know. I mean, a little mean spirited in some regards, but you trash talking, so there's that, and puts people on notice and gives people pause. So I listen. We not like that. We not like that. We not like that. And I'm not a fan of Drake, no kind of way. I mean, I don't really think of him. I'm not sure. I think now I'm a bigger fan of Kendrick Lamar. You know, uh, I was impressed with him when he did, I don't know, one of the award shows, and he did this whole opening long thing with the black folks in chains and slavery, and I just thought it was mesmerizing. So, you know, I think he is quite prolific. I will say that. And I look forward to see what he does next. That's all I'm going to say. So thanks, Doreen, for hanging out today and riding shotgun for the show. I appreciate you greatly. And I know you'll be back on Monday because Monday is actually Harry's birthday. So Harry's got the long weekend off. And I'll be back on Monday, and I'll keep you posted. Y'all have a good weekend. Don't forget, Blues for Mr. Charlie at the Beinecke on Sunday. Don't forget that. Poetry the flow at City Hall this evening with our poet laureate influence. So come hang out at that. Uh, and then you're on your own for Saturday. I done given you two things. You're on your own. So I will see y'all. Have a good weekend. Stay safe, be cool, and don't catch a case.